Hello YouTube, we are back. So let's trigger this story mode stuff. Because I forget if this is the one I think it is. If it is, it might take us back. And if it takes us back anyway, then it's fine. But we are going to mainly do our class quest now. You are returned. Sir Emmerich and the others await you within. You can also see like where we're going with this. Sid! I swear, wherever there's an elegant ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why they erected some such damnable convoluted defenses around everything. If the Empire has an interest in Azazla, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. Though we know little and less of Azazla, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Guardians cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets. Welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so, but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans, and we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
That's what I thought. So we are where I thought we were on the story. It's gonna eventually take us to Gardania. Welcome back, Lily. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? No, but we heard you have clues, so... What's up? So you finally arrived at Isisla, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Lily. We'll get to Isisla yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient water course beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Uda, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnel searched. The logical place to look, it was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Ishtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tatru, let Aranje know to join us in Uldal. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Okay, but now we're gonna do our class quest. Hi. Just thud. Oh, we don't have the reduced rates on. Do. The dust slow will cost us less to teleport, so it adds up. I wonder if this is going to take us straight into Ishgard, or they're going to be done here. Furious Gorge! I'm back! Better axe around. Lily, I scarce recognized you. The flames of battle have tempered you like fine steel. Since last we spoke, I have resolved to start upon the path of a warrior anew. I swore that I would not succumb to the beast within again, as I did when I faced my brother in Wineport. Speaking of which, Broken Mountain has regained much of his strength. Though when I speak to him of taking up the axe once more, he changes the subject and returns to his studies of Arcanium and other scholarly pursuits. Nevertheless, his desire to spread the teachings of our ancestors to every corner of Eorzea remains unchanged. And you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just received a letter from Broken Mountain stating that he's uncovered information regarding ancient martial techniques. If you're interested, I'm sure you are, why not accompany me to Camp Bronze Lake so that we might hear what he has to say together? The waterfall is so fucking loud in my ear. Hey, Gorge. Ah, I knew a true warrior like you would never pass up an opportunity like this. Hey, Broken Mountain. Well, do I remember you, Lily? The sole warrior to tame her inner beast. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not been there to save us from ourselves. You know, the precipice nature of the forces we wield, as well as the consequences of losing control for even a moment. The beast does not scruple to discriminate between friend or foe, and if given free rein, will lash out at both. I have pored over countless tomes in search of knowledge of how to tame the beast within, as you did, but my efforts have thus far proven fruitless. All I have found are ridiculous tales of techniques that, if the author could be believed, would make Rhalgr himself cower in fear. The elders often told tales of legendary warriors to inspire the youth. Are you sure there is no truth in yours? Quite. There are descriptions of the techniques used by the hero Mithril, but the details are difficult to swallow. No warrior, alive or dead, can rip off a behemoth's arm with his bare hands. The tales are filled with similar outrageous accounts, brother. It would be a waste of time to investigate their veracity when we know so little of how to tame the inner beast. Besides, you know as well as I that Mithril is not more than a fairy tale hero. What if I could prove that Mithril was flesh and blood? Would you be willing to continue your studies then? Never did he stray from the path of the warrior, even as the years took their toll. Axe in hand, to Silvertear Falls he would go, never to return, which means that if he truly lived, then there may be something there which proves it. Keep your axe sheathed, Gorge. You'd be better served by time spent swinging your axe at a practice dummy than searching for ghosts. Hey, you're the Marauder leader, right? Well met, Lily. My thanks for ensuring that my old friend here lived to learn from his mistakes. Although it seems the lesson that didn't stick for long. Skiat. Here has been kind enough to keep my brother busy with work and assist me during my recovery. Anything to keep a former comrade out of trouble. As for these stories, far-fetched as they may seem, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss them, lest we forget Lily has more than a few legendary accomplishments to her name. Well, if by chance she found proof of Mithril's heart's existence, I would reconsider, but leave my brother out of it. I may not be ready to accompany you, but I can give you advice on where to start. Seek out the Sons of Saint Cognac. I'm certain they know something of Mithril's final journey. Saint Cognac, that's in Mordona, right? Yeah, that's where we did the tower, the crystal tower. My brain died and forgot what it was called. Relics belonging to an ancient Hellsguard warrior? While we are up to our necks in Algian artifacts, I cannot say that I have come across any that could be what you seek. Ciel? Ciel? Well, when the waters of Silvertear Falls receded 15 years ago, they revealed a treasure trove of artifacts spanning eras, many of which have yet to be recovered. I do not know if any of these artifacts have any relation to this Mithril, but it might serve you well to begin your search in those previously submerged areas. Isn't there another one that, like, chills out over here? Yeah, there's like one that's always off by themselves. We focus our research on artifacts from Algian Empire. As such, there may be more recent discoveries which were ignored by a single-minded researcher. Search for proof. A dig site. A dig. After a cursory search, you find nothing of interest. Another search, a dig site over. Oh, there's a lot of dig sites over here. Dig. Nothing. Dig. Found something. Was that the axe to Broken Mountain? So apparently I did find an axe. Okay. Interesting. Nope, wrong way. Wrong way. Well, have you uncovered any proof of Mithril's existence? Mithril battle axe. See, it has his name on it. This axe. The engraving and the curvature of the blade are exactly as described. But think of the beast who tasted the steel. Surely this proves that Mithril is more than a mere campfire story. With a steel heart and his legendary technique, will have the strength to slay even the strongest of beasts by the dozen. If Mithril feats are indeed possible, then the knowledge of how he performed them would prove invaluable in restoring the warrior's reputation. You could show the people of Eorzea the true potential of the warrior. Surely no small number of them would feel compelled to take up the axe. Indeed, it could prove a great boon for our cause. Very well, I will return to my tomes and scour them for any passages relating to Mithril. Mind you, ancient techniques may rouse the inner beast like none before. Of that I have no doubt. Which is why you must not take your training lightly. When I uncover more information, you must needs be ready. I'm already ready. At level 52. Well, guess what? I'm past that bitch. Next. Duty and the Beast. I can tell you have not neglected your training, Lily, which is good. I have continued my research into the tales of Mithril and his legendary feats, and I believe I've come across a passage which may guide your next step. Before I share my findings with you, however, there is another matter of pressing importance that must be resolved before we continue. A ferocious beast has been sighted near the Weeping Saint in the Kurthus Central Highlands, and I would have you, me, and my brother go and slay it, as it poses a threat to any who venture nearby. I realize that this may seem like a trivial matter, but I assure you that it is of the utmost importance. Oh, okay, so we're still in Eorzea. I thought this is... I always forget if it's Central or, I think, Western. That is in Ishgard. And I was gonna say, we can't fly in there yet. What? That goes wrong. This is Eorzea still. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Hey, Broken Mountain. I think the 12 you made it. The beast caught us unawares. My brother leapt to my defense and slew it, but in that moment, yet he was overcome by his inner beast, and as before in Wineport, I knew it was folly to bring him here. I beg of you, stop him before he hurts himself. Again? Sir! He succumbed to the beast within him. Stop him before it's too late. Each attack only serves to goad the beast. How dare you? Please, insignificant whelps! Rage manifests before your eyes. Stay down. Stop letting your beast take over, dude. Recollection of past battle rouses your inner beast. Lily, speak to me. Thank the gods you're awake. When your final blow landed, you and my brother both collapsed. What happened, Lily? Do you remember anything? Your inner beast lashed out as if trying to escape. Yeah, bro. I see. The lingering numbness is likely your body recovering from the shock. Otherwise, you appear to be unharmed and in full control of your faculties. I owe you an apology, Lily. Once again, I lost control. I have already tended to my brother's wounds. You needn't worry. Alas, as I suspected, my brother yet lacks the strength to control his inner beast. As you may have guessed, I called you both here to see if my fears were unfounded. I do not wish to give you cause to worry, brother, but when the beast stirs, my mind goes clouded and my will falters. Or perhaps I remain silent to avoid facing the bitter truth. Who would trust a protector that could turn on them at any moment? It pains me to do this, but I cannot allow you to accompany Lily any longer. The risk is far too great to you both. Mayhap it is best we continue this conversation in the safety of Camp Bronze Lake. God damn it! Lily, you've grown so much stronger, while I've hardly grown at all. Show Eorzea what it means to be a true warrior. I know you can. Poor dude. He just wants to be strong and in control. Meanwhile, I have a fucking dragon on my head. So my brother has been in a dour mood ever since we returned from the Weeping Saint. Well, that is only natural given his lack of progress, and it may be for the best. The teachings of our people are too dangerous for those who lack control. That is why I chose to focus my studies on how to tame the inner beast. For the sake of my brother, I wanted not more than to solve this dilemma. But then fate intervened, and I stumbled upon the tales of Mithril Heart. But mayhap we need not forsake one pursuit for the other, though. In seeking the techniques of Eld, we may discover the reason why you can hold the beast in check so easily while my brother and I fumble about like children. However, I'm still concerned about what you told me before, about your inner beast lashing out during your duel with my brother. Can you tell me of that once more? I mean, I felt it. Simply recalling the duel rouses your inner beast from its slumber? Wait, it all makes sense. Only the flames of animosity may temper a warrior's soul. I came across these words in a passage, and I did not understand their meaning until now. The inner beast stirs when we face an opponent who pushes us to surpass our physical and mental limits. Only in that moment can we attain mastery of new techniques. This must be how the heroes of Eld, like Mithril became such legends. They traveled the realm, testing their mettle against the fiercest foes they could find. Your path is clear then, Lily. You must challenge yourself as they did. You must grow stronger and hone your skills to new heights. Inner Beast. Upgrades Inner Beast to Fell Cleave. Interesting. Well met, Lily. It seems your trials have prepared you for the next step down your long path. However, while your progress is truly remarkable, I'm afraid my brother still fears the fury of his inner beast. Even in the training yard, he swings his axe with hesitation. Seeking to test himself against his live foes, he has joined the Maelstrom's efforts to repel a recent spat of kobold attacks. However, Whisket has sent word that his ferocity on the field of battle is not what it once was. My brother has long admired your will. Test your axe against ever stronger adversaries and master the techniques of Eld. By doing so, to inspire him and all who aspire to walk the path of the warrior. Remember the words set forth in the ancient text, and seek foes that test the very limits of your mind and body. The heat of battle will awaken the beast within, bestowing upon you the knowledge of our ancestors. Luckily, the path you walk has been tread on before, and you need not wander the land aimlessly. According to the tomes, Mithril Heart once spent a season hunting the hulking grizzly bears that stalk Albithion's spine, the largest of which are said to rival even a behemoth in size. Make your way to Tailfeather, home to many seasoned hunters that know the lay of the land of the creatures inhabiting it. Find the beasts of Mithril hunt, and test yourself against their razor claws as he did. Okay. I will speak it. Marcia Champ or whatever is probably one of them. I forget which one it was, but there's one that you literally never leave the place. You stay in Eorzea, like A Realm Reborn, the base game, and it's hilarious to me because every other one has to go to at least Kurthus, like Ishgard's Kurthus. And in this case, you have to be able to go all the way here already. Ask any hunter around here about the grizzlies of Abithion's spine, and they're like to tell you the same thing. If you see one, run. Oh, it's not Marshiamp or whatever. Interesting. You're right fool if you're thinking of going after one of those massive beasts alone. Best bring about a dozen friends along if you want to come back in one piece. If you got the men, then I've heard of hunting parties using William salmon to draw them out. If you head up the William River, you're like to find a few what died during the salmon run. Ow. I can hardly forget the size of the beast I saw that day. I was tracking a chocobo round the 100th rows when I spotted a bear near big as a house, drinking its fill from the waters. I didn't dare get any closer and went home from the day's hunt, empty-handed. But get the salmon and keep pushing forward. Give me. Now let's go lay it where we know they are. And then fight, 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 fight. You're not even the one I'm supposed to fight. You're just getting in the way. Salmon. And boom! We have ourselves the grizzly. Inner beast has been aroused again. Hey, there's another Lalafell here. I was like, wait a second, my hair ain't that dark. I looked at my phone for a second, I looked back and I don't see my character. Broken Mountain told me of the daring hunt you set out upon. I'd like to hear about it. Sounds like it's the type of story that'll get our blood flowing. Risky and I have just returned from our duties in La Nocia. The cowardly kobolds never stood a chance. A dip in the hot spring seems a just reward for our bravery. Hey dude, I did it. I done did it. Ah, Lily, welcome back. My brother and Whiskey Cat. I don't know. Were just telling me of the Maelstrom's successes in La Nocia. Aye, the kobolds scattered as frightened mice before our wrath. I dare say they'll think twice before setting a foot on Lomincian soil again. Lily, as eager as I am to hear of your journey in Abelathian Spine, I can't afford to waste any more time away from my training. The kobolds may be licking their wounds for now, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers. Till next time we meet. Curious Gorge has acted in high spirits since our return from Limsa, but his bravado scarcely hides the truth. What he said was true. Our operations against the kobolds were a resounding success. However, troops that fought alongside him say that Curious Gorge was noticeably shaken during the battle, as if afraid the tide would turn at a moment's notice. But it was not fear of the kobolds that caused his axe to waver. He still fears his own inner beast. As long as this fear has a hold of him in battle, then there is little hope that he will grow as a warrior. The kobolds become bolder with each passing day, and the Maelstrom's forces are spread too thin. The Maelstrom command is desperately seeking ways to supplement its flagging troops. They're considering bolstering fighting strength by training troops in warrior techniques. So Curious Gorge's capabilities have come under special scrutiny. However, if fear continues to hold him back, I doubt he'll manage to impress anyone. Once again, we are left wanting for a means to tame the inner beast. Lily, was there not learned from your journey to the Dravenian foreland that could it be of aid? Yeah. And in the same manner as before, the memories of battle have roused the inner beast. So my theory was correct. The key to mastery lies in the heat of conflict. Just as the ancient tomes say, only victory against a worthy opponent can temper the inner beast. Lily, your growth as a warrior has given us valuable insight into the true nature of the inner beast. However, there is still much that remains shrouded in mystery. And there's still the question of what exactly sets Lily apart from your brother. Indeed, the tools to tame the beast within are hidden somewhere. I just have yet to find them. Lily, continue with your training while I return to the tomes. The solution will present itself soon enough. That's the goal! So now it shouldn't be called Inner Beast, it should be called Fell Cleave. Correct? Yes, it is no longer Inner Beast, it's Fell Cleave. Raw Intuition. Reduces damage taken by 10%. Restores HP with each weapon skill successfully delivered. Ah, so this is going to be my healing one that I need to put on. Lily, you couldn't have come at a better time. Biscuit has just arrived and looks eager to speak with you. I was like, why isn't it doing? Apparently I had one of the shoulder buttons pressed. Ah, Lily. Just the warrior I wanted to see. The nation of Limsalamence is in dire need of your aid. The Maelstrom is short-handed and the Beast Tribe's attacks only grow more ferocious. I'm here searching for skilled fighters, and there aren't many more skilled than you. As you know, my brother has already answered the call, helping the Maelstrom defend from the relentless kobold assaults. Kobolds aren't the only thorns in our side. Pirates serving the Sahagin have been pillaging along the coast of La Nocia, so the Serpent Reavers. That's why we need your axe, Lily. They may be mere pirates, but their blades cut as deep as any I've seen. Limsa will be grateful to have your prowess on their side. Once you've made your preparations, hurry to Aleport and speak with the Storm Captain on duty for the details of the mission. See, like a lot of these are still in Eorzea. Former company hero. You're the warrior here at Biscuit's behest. He has a high opinion of you. Let's see if you live up to it. Adventurer, the Maelstrom thanks you for your aid. A band of pirates flying the flag of the Serpent Reavers has landed ashore the Isles of Umbra, and all reports indicate they plan to use that as a foothold to attack Aleport. Our walls only defend from inland assaults. I shudder to think of what might happen were the pirates to bombard us with cannons from the sea. Our course of action has been decided. We will take the fight to them before they have a chance to mount an offensive. Our rendezvous point is at the Isle of Umbra. The pirates shall not weather the wrath of the Maelstrom. Okay. So you're the one Iskiet sent. He said much of your prowess. I look forward to seeing you in the fray. Yes. Take me there. You can just fly out there, but whatever. Oh, they're behind me. Good. Now that our troops are gathered, we shall move out at once. Our objective is to slay the pirate captain without a head to lead them, and the Serpent Reavers will scuttle back to their moldy ships. However, the task ahead of us should not be taken lightly. Reports tell of a fearsome beast under the captain's thrall. Take care not to let your guard down, lest you become the beast's next meal. Where is it? Oh. He's being hidden by the damn thing. Fight back before we're overwhelmed. The pirates attacked as if possessed. Thank the 12 your axe cut from be it down. Cut them down. We shall press forward. For Aleport! The main camp will soon be within our sights. I'll protect the wounded, Lily. Give the pirates a taste of your steel. I didn't even notice. My Chocobuzz is not here. Did they beat him? Or did the timer just run out? The pirates think they have strength in numbers, but a storm captain is worth dozens of them. We shall leave the wounded to recover here. Lily, to me. Forge ahead. We won't be far behind. Stop the servant reavers? Har 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 har. Well, if you're hell bent on trying, it's been a long time since we pup had fresh corpses to feast on. That's a little tiger boy. How cute. Okay, that upgraded. It does way more damage than the original Inner Beast. Such fine axemanship I've never seen. However, now is not the time to dally about in awe. This place fills me with foreboding. Let us meet again at Aleport. Did it take me back? It did. I cannot wish for a stronger ally. To think such a beast could be felled so easily. Yeah, it really did kind of get fucked up. Lily, now that we are safely out of those cursed isles, I would like to thank you for your aid once again. Without the courage of your fighting spirit bestowed upon us, we would have been overwhelmed. The Maelstrom is honored to count you amongst our allies. The captain speaks for us all. Your ferocity inspired us to carry on in the face of the pirate onslaught. What drove you to fight with such fury? My inner beast. And here I thought that axe was just for killing, but instead you wielded it in our defense, and your will to protect us gave you the strength to surpass the limits of your mind and body. 7 hells! I've been fighting all wrong. I've seen nary a battle so fierce, or a protector more stalwart. Lily, I would like to hear more of your skirmish from your eyes. After you have recovered from the fight, pray speak to me again. Yeah, sure. Recovering hidden strength. Raw intuition. Did it not? Okay, so need to put this one somewhere here. Actually, probably put the other one. Also, isn't this? And then swap it there. Okay, I think that's good. Isn't that one? Let me see. Brace yourself from the onslaught and preventing most attacks from reducing your HP to less than 1 HP. When a target is selected, halts their movement with chains. Okay, that's what I thought. It's the chain one. And it allows me to potentially not die. How to train your warrior. It would seem our battle with the Serpent Reavers bestowed upon you yet another technique of Eld. My comrades and I, as well, will not soon forget the ferocity with which you protected our lives this day. I shall return to the Maelstrom Command and inform them of our success. I look forward to the day we fight side by side once more. The lessons learned from your example will serve to aid me in countless battles to come. No doubt Viscayet and the others are eager to hear back from you. Give that old marauder my regards. Just check some. I do got plans today, so I'm gonna be like finishing this video and going straight into my other plans, so I'm gonna make sure nothing's going earlier than I think or something. Hey, Mountain. Ah, Lily, I knew this Serpent Reavers would fall swiftly before your axe. Did you learn aught from the skirmish that might be of aid? Yeah, I can heal now, motherfucker. I did not expect such feeble opponents to wake the beast from its slumber, but it seems your conviction to safeguard your comrades had much the same effect as pitting yourself against the bears of Abalathian's spine. Lily, this information may prove to be invaluable. Within your story likely lies the key to overcoming my brother's struggle. Speaking of which, my brother suffered injuries in a clash with the kobolds, and has come here to nurse his wounds as I did. It would please him to see an old friend such as you. Pray speak with him, and for an exchange of battle stories may serve to lift his spirit. Sure. Hey, Gorge. From my old comrade's account, his operation with you won't be one you'll soon forget. Hey, Gorge. Ah, Lily, I'm joyed to see you came through your battle with the pirates unscathed. If only I could say the same. I've been ordered to rest here until the wounds I suffered in our fight against the kobolds heal. According to the unit's report, the kobolds unleashed a new type of explosive on the Maelstrom troops. Gorge valiantly threw himself upon it before its detonation, shielding his allies from the worst of the blast. The new bomb has a destructive force unseen in the kobolds' primitive explosives. That my brother is still standing before us is no small miracle. Truth be told, my wounds are barely severe enough to warrant sending me here. The moment I saw the bomb, I knew I couldn't let my comrades come to harm. I leapt upon it as if by instinct. I remember nothing after that. Lily has a similar story to tell. The Serpent Reavers almost overwhelmed the Maelstrom troops, but she remained undaunted in her defense, awakening the inner beast with a ferocity unseen before. You both poured your energy not into defeating your foes, but protecting your allies. Could this be the secret to taming the throes of the beast within? If so, that means... Brother, you have finally brought your inner beast to heal. What? But I didn't feel the beast taking hold. This theory must need to be tested. Brother, once your wounds have healed, it would serve you best to let go of a worry keeping you from unleashing your full strength. Swing your axe unbridled by fear. But what if I succumb to the beast's call again? My training has only made me stronger. If I lose control, it could be worse than in Wineport. Now is not the time for doubt. Your allies, nigh, your friends, will be by your side. They will ensure none are harmed should the worst come to pass. I know your theory demands that I fight without hesitation, but please, I must think on this. Aye, we should let Curious Gorge's wounds heal before we demand anything more from him. Rest well, my friend. We'll return before long. Lily, there is more I would speak with you about. Pray visit me when you are ready. Mountain, I'm ready. Speak to me! Speak to me! Rouse the inner beast with fierce battle, and tame it by resolving to fiercely defend your allies. This theory could serve us better than aimlessly scouring the ancient tomes, but my brother still fears the consequences should he lose control. If indeed his fears should come to pass, you must be ready to stop him as you have before. Lily, prepare your axe for our next battle. Equilibrium. Restores own HP. Yeah, so there's another heal one. Good, good. Ah, Lily, I can see the power in your stride and feel the inner beast raging within you. You will need such strength, for your next trial is at hand. Biscuit and my brother are here, looking for more fighters to supplement the unmanned Maelstrom troops in a new operation. They've asked for you by name. Seek them out if you wish to raise your axe once more against the beast tribes. Sure. I need the aid of a couple of good axes once again. Let's go, Gorge. Get your armor on, lazy ass. Lily, brother. The Maelstrom is once again in need of support, is it not? Pray tell us what it is they require. Very well. Now that everyone is here, scouts have reported increased activity among the kobolds. The 179th Order seems to be producing explosives day and night in preparation for an all-out assault. From all indications, they aim to attack this very camp. Maelstrom's strategy is to intercept the bombs near Zalma's Run. Camp Bronzelake is a haven for wounded soldiers, and its defense is one of our top priorities. If we had 2 legendary warriors by our side, our success would be all but assured. Zalma's Run is barely wide enough for one cart to ride abreast. If I were to lose control, none would be able to escape the beast's wrath. On the contrary, brother, this battle will give you the chance to once again assert your dominance over the beast within. This is what you spoke of earlier, is it not? To tame the inner beast by devoting yourself to the defense of your allies. Brother, if my theory turns out to be true, then control is within your grasp. As long as Lily is at your back, there is naught to fear. Will you run away again? You know that the path you wish to walk, the path of the warrior, does not lie down that road. Say no more. Please, leave me to my thoughts. Well, you have my axe for sure. Well, we've not much time for hesitation. The storm captain awaits near Zalma's Run, and will be departing shortly. Lily, if you decide to join the fight, pray tell Furious Gorge. If anyone can rouse him from his slump, it's you. I'm definitely doing the fight, so I'll go tell him right now. Oh, also, I wanted to check. It's a minute cooldown, okay. My apologies for causing worry, Lily. My brother is right. It's up to me to walk the path of might. I know that, but still, I cower before the beast within. But a true warrior faces his fears, axe in hand, right? Come on, Lily. Remind me what it's like to scoff at my enemy's feeble blows. Awaken your inner beast and slap the fear right out of me. First, let's zoom in so you can actually see. Slap! God damn, what a blow. That's the stuff warriors are made of, Lily. Thank you. I'll dominate the beast within, and our axes will stand indomitable against those bloody kobolds. I literally fucking slapped the air in front of his knee. Because I'm so fucking small. I knew that'd be funny to watch. Our enemies will feel the full force of my fury, and will not step one elm into this camp. Come, Lily, we mustn't keep the storm captain waiting. Let's go! Lily, that both you and Curious Gorge will be aiding us brings me comfort. Camp Bronzelake could not ask for a more stalwart defense. Our strategy is to intercept the kobolds at 2 separate locations in Zalma's Run. We'll split into 2 groups with 1 warrior protecting each one. Lily will be dispatched to the eastern side. Nary a single kobold will make it through with your fury alongside us. Curious Gorge will be in charge of the western side defense. I've seen you crush kobolds under your axe before. Today shall be no different. Once the 179th Order have run home, with their tails between their legs. We will rendezvous to the north. May your axes strike true. Dismissed! Oh, I need these for... probably... I would assume the Maelstrom hunting log? Yeah. Is there another one that I could quickly grab before we move on? I don't even remember what the name was. Oh, Pit. Okay, now we can continue. I just wanted to get that. God damn it, I walked right into their ambush. My inner beast. Eating. That was too bloody close. Good thing the kobolds didn't count on you showing up. Looks like the eastern side is clear. Fierce Gorge and the others may need help. Hurry, Lily. I'm a coming. Lily, my apologies, but it seems the kobolds couldn't wait for you. Camp Bronze Lake has naught to fear from the 179th Order anymore. Fierce Gorge's axe was like a whirlwind, strewing the kobolds in every which direction. His courage carried us all through battle unharmed. Without these two warriors on our side, I have no doubt the kobolds would have overwhelmed us. I will be submitting a detailed report of your heroism to Wiskit and the Maelstrom Command. You have all fought bravely today. Let us return home for a well-deserved rest. Lily, I can scarce remember the last time I fought as I did today. I swung my axe with abandon, but I was free from the inner beast's grasp. It was just as my brother said. By pouring my strength into the defense of my allies, the beast within was tamed. However, kobolds are hardly a true test of one's prowess. If the fight had been against a more worthy foe, or if the circumstances had been more dire, although today's battle was heartening, it's too early to say I've subdued the beast. I'll return to Camp Bronze Lake to rest. Lily, let my brother know of our victory here. It seems your victory was well earned. What of my brother? Was he able to fight without succumbing to his inner fury? Yeah, but he's still worried. Ah, so even with today's victory, he yet dreads the consequences were he to lose control. Still, it is only through the strength of his own will that he may dispel the fog of self-doubt. Unfortunately, the beast tribes won't wait for Curious Gorge's epiphany. Storm Marshal Safrasoson has sent word that he requires a warrior strength aid in another Maelstrom defensive. As you already know, kobolds aren't the only nuisances we have to contend with. The Sahagin have taken advantage of the distraction caused by our focus on the kobolds to launch an offensive against the Tide Gate. With the bulk of Maelstrom forces tied up with the kobold threats, we can ill afford to send any men to defend the gate near Camp Skull Valley, leaving us wide open to the Sahagin threat. Lily, if the strength of the warrior were to see the people of Limsa Lominsa safely through the storm, then mayhap the glory of our ancestors would be restored, and all across Eorzea would know of us as guardians instead of brutes. However, it saddens me to say, we cannot depend on my brother to be ready to shoulder such a weight. Lily, when the time comes, you must needs be ready to take on the task alone. I'm ready now. In the meantime, pray tell me your battle at Zelma's Run. Recall the ferocity with which you fought, and lose yourself in the memories of your fight. As before, your inner beast is roused, and another technique of Eld is at your disposal. Your progress is encouraging. Continue on this path. Continue to challenge the limits of your mind and body, and victory in the battles to come is assured. Yeah! More strength from the warrior. Yeah, let's see. Shadow right up, because we don't use these on here. Get rid of that one. Let's move this one to here. Now we have that healing one on as well. Ah, we're finally at the last one. In my axe. Decimate. Deliver an attack to all nearby enemies with a potency of 180. Okay. Heal okay, so the Cyclone's gonna get upgraded. So this is not... Okay, that's actually really good. I'm glad that that's getting upgraded as well. I much prefer when they upgrade skills than when they just have another version of it. Specifically because when you go into lower dungeons, you can't use higher skills. So when it upgrades, it just downgrades, so you don't have to have it on another bar. Lily, the Sagan forces have begun marching upon the Tide Gates. Time has come for the decisive battle, on which the fate of all Lominsians hangs in the balance. My brother still wrestles with his tenuous grasp on the inner beast, but this crisis will not wait for him. The successful defense of the Tide Gates depends on 2 warriors being present. I shall not stand idly by, either. I will lend what meager aid I can with my healing magic. If your heart is steeled for battle, let us meet my brother outside. Hell yeah, it is! Whether we like it or not, the fate of Limsa Lominsa depends on us. Lily, you're here at last. Is my brother ready to depart? My preparations are complete. I'm ready to lay down my life in Limsa Lominsa's defense. As are we all. The most recent reports tell that the Sahagins plan to use their massive sea beast to overrun the tide gates. Us four will be in charge of defending the southern tide gate. With 2 warriors by our side, we'll beat those slimy fishbacks into the muddy depths from whence they came. You're fighting too? But what of your wounds? And you said 2 warriors? Aye, it's true. The injuries from our fight with Titan remain, but I reckon the Sahagins' courage won't last for long. As for the warriors, well, we've got 2 right here, don't we? Worry not, Biscuit. The Sahagin will rue the day they stood before our might. Yeah, let's get 'em, boys. Alright then, let's head to Camp Skull Valley. The Sahagin won't soon forget this battle. Fate of Limsa, I desire nothing more than to see everyone safely through this battle, but if the beast within takes me within its clutches again... Lily, you know what to do. Gather your strength and drive the fear from me with a mighty slap. It's time to put that training to work. Slap your kneecap. That's the stuff, Lily. I'll be feeling that in the morning. Come hells or high water, the tide gates will not fall. We'll show the Sahagin the iron will of the warrior. Lily, let us report to Commander Falkbrida at once. Defend! 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 Your presence makes me proud to call myself a warrior. With us in the front lines, the fishbacks won't make it 1 yam past the shore. My brother's confidence has returned at last, thanks to your splendid example. Curious Gorge seems like a warrior reborn. With you 2 by our side, Limsa has nothing to fear. We're here! This operation depends on the successful defense of both tide gates. You 4 will see to the southern, while another unit attends to the northern. Although you are few in number, it would be foolish to expect anything but greatness from such storied fighters. All in charge of defending the southern gate are here. Let's not waste any more time. Not so fast, Biscuit. You don't think I'd let you take all the glory, do you? Hey! Storm Marshal Enziar, you plan to fight alongside us? There was naught I could say to stop him. Once he has a mind to do something, there is very little that can. My sense of duty will scarce allow you 4 to bear the weight of Libsolomen's fate on your own. My axe will be the first to greet the Sahagin wave. And what's more, I like to see the strength of these 2 warriors with my own eyes. Something tells me this will be a fight to remember. Storm Marshal, it will be an honor to fight by your side. Our axes will see the people of Limsa safely through this storm. Brave defenders, this day, the Sahagin mean to descend upon us like a tidal wave. But you will stand strong. You will not allow the fistbacks a single ilm of land, nor will you give them any quarter. Our fate awaits us at the Halfstone. To the Tide Gate! I didn't know the Storm Marshal was a warrior as well. Or a marauder. See the Storm Marshal in battle. The Maelstrom is sparing no effort in this endeavor. May the 12 give us luck. We shall show Eorzea a warrior's true mettle. May our axes remain steadfast and true. The responsibility we bear is not to be taken lightly. The citizens of Limsa Lomitsa shall not regret putting their trust in us. And my axe. Valiant protectors of Limsa Lominsa, this day the Sahagin mean to make an end of us. They will come shrieking like the gale, and descend upon us with the force of a tidal wave. But will we falter? No. We will stand strong, unwavering, until the tide recedes, stained by the blood of their dead. You got it. Let's do this shit. Decimate them. Defend the... Leave the back line alone. I thought we have another wave over there because they just went barreling out. Are you healing him? I think you were healing him, so I don't like you. Hey brother, he's losing control. Beast threatens to swallow him. I randomly slapped him. Tremble before me, weaklings. Oop. Gorge. You got this. The beast has been tamed, Lily. Brother. Friends. Thank you. I knew you could do it. My axe remains steadfast. Friends, stand at my back. My inner beast shall protect you. Let's go. We have a bitch and his pet to get rid of. The fishbacks have brought more pets to be crushed under the warrior's heel. Lily, brother, imbue your axes with your inner fury. and show the world a warrior's true wrath. Go forward, undaunted warriors. Smash these invaders till naught remains but fodder for the gulls. Fed by the bloodshed, the interferer manifests before you. Lily! As long as Lily stands before us, none shall break through. Oops. You do that. Hit the wrong thing. Really, I'll take care of the captain. Okay, that's what it was. I was supposed to just focus on him and not get the aggro of the captain, I think. Oh well. But the beast didn't last long. If I didn't have those healing ones, I would not have made it as much as I did. Yeah, raw intuition is really good. Oh, there's raw inner fury or whatever to get to. To see you and my brother fight unbridled gave me strength I did not know I had. No doubt our victory here is thanks to you. Warrior of Light, the tales do not do you justice. It's been too long since I've swung my axe as I did today. Full strength of a warrior is truly a sight to behold. The Sahagin won't soon forget today's battle. Warrior of Light, Furious Gorge, the battle is won, and the Sahagin scurry back to their moldy caverns. Hell yeah! Today's victory is owed to the might of our two warriors. Without you, we would not be standing here. Furious Gorge, wear the title of warrior with pride. I couldn't have made it this far alone. It was only thanks to the bravery of my allies that I was able to dominate the beast within. Day will soon come when, with proper training and instructions, all the peoples of Eorzea can choose to walk the path of the warrior. Speaking of which, with the Sahagin threat dealt with, The Maelstrom can proceed with its plan to train its troops in the way of the warriors, and who better to train them than the two siblings who brought their teachings to Eorzea in the first place? Curious Gorge, Broken Mountain, I invite you to instruct the Maelstrom recruits in the ways of your ancestors. Forge our troops into mighty defenders worthy of their title. Look at their mouths wide open. Many moons have passed since we came down from our mountain village, and finally we can begin to realize our dream. This is an honor. My brother and I would gladly accept this appointment. Lily, mayhap now you're the one who needs to start training harder. Oh, I'll always be ahead of you, motherfucker. I dare say you're right. Lily has some proper competition. We'll both fight where we're needed, unbound by fear or hesitation, and in doing so, master the techniques of Eld. Lily, look forward to the day we both reach the peak of our strength, for then you'll face an opponent worthy of your axe. Me! Hell yeah. Decimate! This concludes the warrior quest for Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main story quest, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you have done so, the next warrior quest will be available from Curious Gorge. So it will be him next. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, he look back. Ah! Look at that. Not a really fan of the helmet, but that's just how I always am with stuff. But now we have better armor. And we have our other skills. That's another huge thing, is that your class ones give you your skills and stuff, so it's very good to get them. I do have a little bit of time yet. Like at least, technically like 40 minutes. Give or take, before I need to peace out and do other stuff. And prepare for my plans. So, as such, let us continue the main story for now. But we might have to stop it off at a more abrupt ending than I usually do. But we'll see. Orange! As thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Never shall I concede them lost till I have seen proof of their passing. Hey, Pippin. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Taropin. You saved our Grace and Father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease. Be at ease, Master Alphanu. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Ishtola's wand! I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal? 'Tis as I did surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand. It hath assuredly been employed in casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into a constitute ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Istola should choose to employ such a spell, bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape? Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlian forbid the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe onto his destination, another would be set adrift in this life stream, never to emerge. What? No! No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Ishola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Sylvia excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Yostola's safe return. I think somebody's dead body is being swept up. If our friends weren't in the tunnel, then that must mean they're somewhere else. Simply being here calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Evidence of Yostola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. Hmm. The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Twellswood. Are you certain? Aye, there's no mistake. Thither hath Yistola journeyed, and yet the Gordonians have no reported sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger overlong in the midst of this maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Oranje, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Lily, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the other Seedseer's aid. Ooh, Conjurers. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Ishtola is still adrift in its mist, they may be able to find her, but if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs to do so through their chosen, the Pagial. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kani Sena without delay. I have already requested an audience with the other Seedseer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Hold on, Ishtola. We're coming for you. The other Seedseer awaits. Pray follow me. Honey, we need your help. Speak to them. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. So Estola's in the live stream and we need your help getting her out. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Estola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find your Stola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
I was not aware that Isola had a family member here in Gridania. How very convenient. Forgive me, I have grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the fates. I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile on us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. If memory serves, Istola's sister is Mietra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of Saint Honiak. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Pakulu Falls? Pakulu Falls? From what I recall. Let's look for her there. Which means there's a bunch of places. We can pretty much go in any different direction. I usually go to the amphitheater. This is the one back here, so it doesn't really matter. I'm at it. Let's talk to the dude. Well now, that we should meet yet again. And just as I was giving another vial of Fantasia from my minstrel friend, it's clearly fate designed that you should have it. So do take it with you, Koopa. Okay, was that another one? Did he refresh? Or have I already gotten this one? Or not gotten this one from him? He usually has a vial of Fantasia, but interesting. I wonder if the Rising, because he mentions the Minstrel, I wonder if they randomly give one every time. Anyway. Yes? Is there something you require? Lady Mietra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alfano Levier, and this is Tataru Taru. And I'm Lily Lovecraft. So you are my sister's comrades in the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Pistola. But all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. I like how sometimes they just take you there and you don't have to walk, and then other times it's like, haha, walk.
let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would.
Raya O and Arun. Okay. I don't think I've ever learned how to say names.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Thank you. Thank you, Connie. Arayo, Arun. Let us pray that Istola awakens. Oh, Istola. Just seeing her face again, oh, I've been so worried. Ishilla's resting within an inn room, though she's still unconscious. The signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Stola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, and in hopes that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leather Workers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Gaba and Brother Sumayan, and they ought to take care of you. We'll do the Conjurers Guild first. Need to be 70 or 80. 80 for the Pictomancer. So you gotta be like in Endwalker, or at the end of Shadowbringer. You are come to Stillglade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Ah yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Oof. Well, if it isn't Lily. Looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Here to retrieve an order from Mistress Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small poop working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However did that girl come across chimeric hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. I did not get it to her, but I would have if she asked. Actually, no, because I think the chimeras are in Izila or whatever, so they're not even from where we are currently, so I don't think I have access to chimera hides. Technically, I don't think I could actually get it to her. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? Here you go. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Ava is a master among masters, and the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Lily. Teehee, I can't wait to see what Estella thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the Condors have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we?
You stole her! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12.
Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
Like, lady needs to change. Get the fuck out.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Just
Yes,
a tad bit.
much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Estrella looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? Matoya. The name rings strangely familiar. Look at that new get up. Get it, Estola, get it. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid through our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go. It's the place of my birth. Though Alizé and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. Ahem. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Estola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Excuse me. So this is the Holy See. I should like to linger a while and take in the sights, but it must wait till after our mission. We managed to find Estola. Given time, I'm sure we'll be reunited with the others as well. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Lily, Ishtola, and myself. Tatru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir! First, let us make for Tailfeather. I think we're gonna stop here. Because I don't got a lot of time left. And if I start this, I want to probably get all the way to the city and stuff, so I'm gonna stop right here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.